these are the end result of my compost. How many months? I think it's already 4 months or more in order to have this kind of end products. So this I used my dustbin. I never put any holes in it, and then I just leave it outside in my corridor below where I put my pots of my plants. As you can see, it's become black, and because some of my leaves, dry leaves, or any leaf that drop on my plants, I just put back, mix with them. And so what, in my principle, whatever comes from the land, soil, it must go back to the soil. So in this video, I will show you how I mix my waste products with dry leaf and some paper cuttings, and I also mix with some soil. As you can see, I mix it. You can also put some plant cuttings. I just take some of dry leaves outside my house, so, and smaller the better, so it's more faster. And then I stored some of my kitchen waste, like melons or some of my the waste product when I make some juice. So I stored it in the plastic because I'm waiting for my time in order to gather all the other materials to compost. So from there I mix up. I put some tissue or papers. So in this way it can eliminate the smell. It has carbon and proteins. So after this, I mix up again with some leaf on top of it, and as you can see, guys, there's some tissues and papers. It's a bit smelly if you never put some papers, but the paper will absorb the moisture, and also the dry leaf also, it can helps also to help the composting more faster. So I mix some of the soil in my dry leaf. This one I take from outside my house, so before the cleaners will take up all this kind of rubbish, so I use it. So this one can eliminate waste, and also it doesn't fill up our landfill. So this one is, I just put it outside my house, the corridor, and I'm not scared that it's very smelly. It doesn't produce smell at all once you mix up all these ingredients. So as you can see, guys, there's a lot. So the papers and the cardboards, it can eliminate some of the smell, and it will absorb the water and the moisture. So after this, I just leave it outside, and you can see in my first picture there, it's already dry, became black. So this compost is considered as gold for the plants. It's a lot of nutrients to the plants, so it will repel insects as well. So in this way, we can help Singapore to reduce our waste and recycle. And then you don't worry about this, because there are some soldier flies larvae. They will eat all this waste products, and then until it become dry and black. So after this, I cover it with some soil and dry leaf. So, and then when I put it outside, I guarantee you guys, it doesn't smell at all. And even my neighbors, they don't know what's happening outside, or what are the things I put below my pots there. So I tried it already a few times, because what other thought, you must have to dig to in this video I saw this one. There's a lot of wet materials, the waste products in the kitchen. So I mix it with paper cuttings. So those the papers from the school from my children. So I cut it out and I tried to mix it, because I saw that it's a lot of waste products. So the paper will absorb the moisture for those vegetables and fruits. So as you can see, I'm still on the way cutting those paper, guys. And after this, I'm just aga-aga la, how many paper you need, because once this one will become wet, you cannot recognize there's some paper at all. You see, I put a lot. So after this, you need to mix it. You can put it below those kitchen waste. So as you can see, because as I tried last time, if not enough paper, it becomes very wet. So there's some water that's coming out, so it will delay the process of composting. So I put more paper. I wanted to buy the paper shredder, but I haven't managed to yet. And then after that, those pots that I never use already, and I put some of the soil on top of it. The soil is very, very important, because this one also helps to cover up, so that the smell cannot comes out from your bin. As you can see, I put a lot of soil, because last time I saw my compost is become very watery. So I put more soil, because I don't have enough leaves already. This one I forgot to take few more dried leaves outside my house, so I just made it this way. So now I put another those paper cuttings, those dry leaves from my plants outside. I just put it on top of it. You see, once I sweep the floor in my mini garden. Looks like mini garden, but actually inside the pot. So I just put back. So this is the end products of my compost. I think this one is almost 4 months. As you can see, this is the the larvae, soldier fly larvae. This one is already empty. It's like an empty shell. Yeah, so now it's already dry and it's ready to use. You can put it on your plants. Yeah, so nice. So these are my waste product, guys. Wow. So from food, so yucky if you are very fuzzy. So I put some tissues.
So later I will mix it with dry leaf, paper, tissues.
I felt that it's wasted
paper packaging. So all these things we can use it for our.
So I just put it inside the plastic. This is how to before I mix it. I just keep it to mix like 2 days.